Hey guys, this is MA Fish Guy doing a video on the marbled crayfish. Now these guys are really hardy. They're actually discovered, I believe, in 1990 in Germany in a pet store. And what's unique about these guys are self-cloning. So they're all females. They just lay eggs and pretty much clone themselves. They've actually been looked at as a food source because of how fast they can reproduce. Now these guys live to be about maybe 3.5, sometimes 4 years old, depending on either water temperature, diet, everything like that. But they're best kept around 72 degrees, which is nicer just because that way you can lower some of your utility bills. But what's nice about these guys, they're not aggressive like your typical crayfish. These guys are more of a plant eater. They're not going to snatch fish out of the tank and eat them. I'm sure if there are some laying on the bottom of the tank that have passed away or anything like that, they probably will chew on them just like any kind of scavenger. But the best way to keep these guys kind of peaceful is to cut up a bunch of pieces of PVC piping and place it in there. That way they all have their own little territory. But what's cool about these guys is they do breed quick. And they grow really quick just because of how short they live. About maximum, you're looking at about 9 to 13 centimeters for the size on these guys. And when they breed, it's anywhere from 300 to 1,100 eggs, which is awesome. And the gestation period is roughly around 20 to 40 days. So, I mean, it's pretty quick. The new babies grow real quick. And pretty much within usually 4 to 7 months, depending on the tank size and everything like that, the babies are producing their own babies. So now you can kind of see why these guys have been looked at as a food source, just because of how fast they multiply. And basically they're illegal in some states just because of how fast they do reproduce, and they feel that they are a threat to the wild and can kind of wipe out whole communities of different wildlife in the wild. So basically what happens is you're going to have a birth, and probably every 5 to 6 months you're just going to have a boom of a couple hundred babies. These guys are scavengers, like I said. They'll eat plant matter. I feed mine the algae wafers and North Finn's kelp wafers. They love those. They do molt just like any other crayfish, which is pretty cool. And it's really quick. They pretty much back right out of their exoskeleton. As you can see, this guy right here backed out of this right here. It only took them about 3 minutes, which is pretty cool. So as you can see, they're real nice. They come in different colors. These guys are the electric blues. They can also be they can be altered by their diet. So you can see reds out there, greens, blues, just regular browns. It's all pretty much based on what you feed them. So that's pretty cool because then you can kind of manipulate what they look like. But they do carry the clutch in the tail, in the back area right there. And what's happening is they're fanning the eggs constantly, which is pretty cool. And what's great about these guys is, just like with molting, this guy didn't have that claw on the upper side. And when he molted, or when she molted, it was there. But as you can see, she's eating right now, chewing through something. But what's great, like I said, with these guys, them being docile like they are, you can have a whole, like 2 or 3 generations in the tank. These big guys aren't going to pick on the little guys, which is really cool. That's what I really like about them. That's why I pretty much got a bunch of them. That's one of the babies right there. I got a couple other ones right there. But these guys are overall really easy to care for. That's why I like them. They're not aggressive. So if you're looking for a really cool looking crayfish and they're not illegal in your state, then go for it. Like I said, every 20 to 40 days is their gestation period. So as you can see, these numbers multiply really fast. So I'm just going to let you kind of watch this guy move around a little bit and kind of see what he does. And I'll stop talking so you can watch.